Kiki's got a notebook sharp as a blade, sifting through the chaos where the stories fade, flipping pages fast like a hurricane, clues in the dark dancing in her brain. She's Kiki 2025 true crime, breaking it down one thread at a time. Cases gone cold but she's heating the line, coming in hot with the fresh new eyes. Photos on the wall connect like dots, maps and strings tie the tangled plots. Her mind's a puzzle where the truth unlocks. Every step forward, another TikTok. She sees what they miss, the cracks in disguise. She's got the angle, she's got the prize. She's Kiki 2025 true crime, breaking it down one thread at a time. Cases gone cold but she's heating the line, coming in hot with the fresh new eyes. Zoom in the flame, enhance the grain, pieces come together in a mental terrain. Voices in the silence, they call her name. Kiki's on the case, rewriting the game. Yeah. Kiki's got a notebook sharp as a blade, sifting through the chaos where the stories fade, flipping pages fast like a hurricane, clues in the dark dancing in her brain. She's Kiki 2025 true crime, breaking it down one thread at a time. Cases gone cold but she's heating the line, coming in hot with the fresh new eyes. Photos on the wall connect like dots, maps and strings tie the tangled plots. Her mind's a
breaking down cases, wonder what the case is. 2025, got the game in the mazes. Thinking of a time when we all got blazed and we didn't even think about the game being racist. True crime, every day I don't face it, but Kiki 20 fake it, baby in the basement. Case after case, she just gotta keep chasing. Taking over the world, she gon' be the one they name it. Kiki 25, the true crime, she gon' solve the world, she gon' change the world, and then she'll be yours. Kiki 25, the true crime, she gon' solve the world, she gon' change the world, and then she'll be yours. Every time she think about it, she be going crazy. Everything she ever dreamed about was always hazy. Taking time to go around the world and never faze me. Taking
Hello, everyone. Hello. Come on in. Do you like my extended intro? I thought I would add to the intro. Thanks for becoming a member, Holly. I appreciate it. I've got to do the little clapping hands. I'm going to do the little clapping hands. Today's been a rough day to get started, guys. Always lots going on, always. Let's do the little clappy hands, and then we're going to play your membership song. Thank you, Holly, for becoming a new member of Kiki 2025. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. I greatly appreciate that. Lori's in the vertical again. She's like, daggone it. His eyes. I'm going to say hello to everybody. Y'all are cracking me up. I need a better day. Today's not been a very good day for me. Hello, Chuchi. Come on in. Holly became our new member, guys. Welcome, Holly. Grace, thank you for coming in. Let's see here. Little Miss Sharon, me and you. Let's see here. Lisa King, I don't want to leave nobody out. Let's see. Let's go down. Arrow View, hello. Come on in. welcome to Kiki's. Teresa Stott, come on in. Lori, come on in. Try to make your way over. Let's see. Daisy Duke, Brown Eyes. Hello, honey. Come on in. Thank you for being a member also. And Maui. How do I get in the other room? Lori says. You have to go out, go to my wall or my channel, and then you'll find the other one, Lori. Let's see. You're fine, little Miss Sharon. Don't you worry. Christy Smith. Hello, hello, hello. I know I started 8 minutes early, guys. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Got a little tickle in my throat. We got a lot to talk about today, and we're going to talk about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, guys. Please hit that like button because we have 41 in here, and we need more likes if you don't mind so we can get in the algorithm. I'm going to go ahead and start by doing my, let's see, let's scroll up. We're going to do, well, I can find it. I've got so much stuff on this computer. It runs like a turtle now. I'm going to have to go in and delete a lot of stuff. I've got like 700 emails. Okay, we're going to use our Fair Use Act disclaimer. At times, this channel may make use of copyrighted material in accordance with the Fair Use Act. We play videos, guys, here. Sometimes just for commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, education, and teaching or scholarship. Okay, it's for us to talk about, alleged in our opinions, so that way we get to talk about things. Me and you, I did not get a chance to. I will after this, honey. Okay, Lori's over here. The final whistle blew in the match just as you went live. My team won. Okay, Teresa. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, his eyes. I have 2 rooms. Yep, Kelly, come on in. Come on in, guys. We got a full house today. Let's get started, guys, because we're talking about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He went missing out of Hendersonville on February 25th. Last seen in the area, and I found this interesting. You know, a lot of the news stations, and I'm going to pick today, guys, okay? I'm going to pick a lot. I'm going to pick them broad because that's what we do when we sleuth like Choo-Choo, right? Right? This is last seen in the area, and this is the FBI flyer, in the area of Stafford Court in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Right? He was wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and black square frame glasses. Sebastian has medical conditions, including autism, but he was on the spectrum, but he was highly functional. Let's include that. That may impair his ability to return home safely without assistance. If you see Sebastian, call 911 or 1-800-TBI-FIND or FBI, the nearest local FBI office toward you, right? Or submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. Hello, Shadow. Come on in, come on in. Okay, guys, we're going to get going. And as you know, I show Mob Crew's videos a lot because he is on it. You know, he is on some kind of scent trail, some kind of track right now, in my opinion, right? He's finding things in the surveillance videos and things. And there's a lot that's helping him behind the scenes too. He always says that, right? That beeping is a carbon monoxide detector that I bought for whatever reason because we don't even have gas sharing. And now the batteries are dead and it's in my cabinet. I'm going to throw it out the door. But Daisy, I agree with that. But, you know. Anyways, also, if you've seen, I'm sure y'all have seen by now, Silver's on the scene, went out and checked the graveyard where mob crew had seen the lights in that security footage, right? Okay, we're going to pull up a map, guys, okay? I'm not sure whose map it is. I think I know, but I'm not sure, okay? And it's a search map. Lori, I saw it. Okay, yeah. It's a search map. Lori, I love your doggy. I have a schnauzer too. Looks just like mine, actually. Let's see here. I think I have a clue of whose map it is. I forget the name of it. I think it's called, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Cotibo or something like that. Okay? You're welcome, Lori. No, it's not. No, it's the carbon monoxide thing. Sorry. I will throw that out the door because I don't even need it. I don't know why I bought it. I buy things and I'm like, whoa. I even hit a Christmas present last year, guys, from one of my kids. And then like midday or mid-year, I'm like, oh, I found this. Merry Christmas. Oh, it's horrible. Anyways, excuse me. We run sound machines, Sharon. We have sound machines that we run. We can't hear diddly squat except for the dogs barking if they bark. But anyways, I'm going to pull this up, and I hope no one gets mad at this, but I'm sure there's other search maps out there, okay? But this map looks like it. I know, I'm almost positive that one of them is SF's, okay? That's on the map from what I can tell, okay? And I don't know how credible he is. I don't know him as a person, but from what I've heard, allegedly, he's not very credible. But that's what I want to talk about. One thing, okay? One thing I want to talk about is there's initials on this map and how I found it. You can go on Google and find it. Yeah, I know, Grace. I know. But you can go on Google and it's actually on X, right? Okay, we're going to pull this map up because I want y'all to see. We're just going to scroll through it. In the area that I'm seeing, Cal Topo, that's what it is. If I'm not mistaken, I think one of the search places, right? One of the searchers had mentioned that, if I'm not mistaken, that Cal Topo was what they use, right? It's what they use to mark where they've been, where they've searched. Hello, Rhonda. Come on in. Come on in. Okay. Yeah, I think so too, Daisy. But this is interesting, guys, okay, to me. And I want to scroll in. Let's see how, guys, I'm not savvy on this. But I started, and I can't see chat right now. I started looking on this map. Okay. Seems like different colors are for different things. Okay. The markers, the flags are saying access points, drainage pipe under road, drainage runoff, high interest. There's high priority waters, there's lakes, and there's a last known sighting. Right? So let's scroll in here. See if I can do this. I don't want to mess up. Come on, move for me, move. Okay. This is where I want to be for a little while. Right there is Sebastian's house, allegedly. Okay? On this map. So we're going to scroll in. I'm going to move it down. I want y'all to see something. We're going to look at exactly where Mob has been looking and where he's been talking about the cars that came up and down Kellen, right? So the yellow, I think, represents SF. I'm not sure. I'm coming back to chat. Can y'all see that pretty good? Y'all seeing that? Hey, Pink Warrior, come on in. You're fine, me and you. Okay. I want y'all to look at this very carefully, okay? If you can see it. That's his last known sighting. Someone's blanked out the road for whatever reason right there and the house. Whoever did that, I don't know. One of my questions are, okay, if this is where they searched, or is this where they drove? Why did they go up there? Okay. I don't know who is the blue. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm getting at something. Okay. Trying to scoot it on. Okay. Now, from Mob's direction, from what I can tell, okay, is the footage coming from around here? I'm not sure. But you see how someone's checked that area. Okay, I'm coming back to chat because I want to see what y'all are saying. Are y'all seeing that? Y'all seeing that good? Okay, this is allegedly where people have already searched. Okay, we're going to zone out. Right over here, right? Is this not the cemetery, if I'm not mistaken? Right? Right here's the skull. Here's the cemetery area, the road going up the cemetery. Right there's the pond. My question is, who searched in the pond? I know they drained one pond, and allegedly several have searched the pond. But there's certain things that I wonder, because evidently they knew something before we knew it, right? Before this footage came out to Mob for somebody to go searching a whole bunch in the cemetery, it looks like, right? Let's come and see what you guys are saying. I think the yellow line on the construction site is where Max the dog tracked. Gotcha. Okay, I'm going to show you where it shows the initials. And I thought it may be the initials of the person. It says SF 4/11/2025. If I'm not mistaken, this is on his ex. Okay. Someone named Mark on 9/25/2024 searched in this area. I guess Mark is pink. I'm not sure. But there's an area that I was wondering about too. Here's more water. Okay. You see a lot of drone mappings. Okay. A lot of the drone. Did they have a lot on foot? I know they said they had a lot of people on foot, right? But there's one area over here that I wonder about and why it was marked too. And none of the evidence that they say, okay, and you can look this up on Google and y'all view it for yourself. But over in here, if I can get it to pull up, guys, my computer. Over here, Drainage, small runoff, retention pond, high interest. What is this area? Has anyone heard of this area? It's red. It's in red, right? I just thought that was interesting. Which line are we following? Sharon said. We're not following any lines right now, Sharon. But they've marked these red boxes as high interest priorities. Okay? Like high priority 3, priority 2. I guess the green and the yellow aren't as high priority as the others. There has been a lot of searching, it looks like. Okay? But there's some that's way, way out. Right? All right. There's one that I found interesting that looks like it led to a highway very far off, too. And it looked like to me that it ended around an industrial park or someone's house. And I was curious about that. What kind of lead would they have had to go look in an industrial park area, right? This looks like far off, guys, on a map, right? Trying to pull it up. We're following the map, and we'll get started with the other stuff. Okay, it looks like it stopped right there. So let's zoom in on that spot. Let's see what that was. That looks like a subdivision. What is that? Is that a football field? School? Let's see what that is. Subdivision right there. Okay, let's go. Well, it's still going. So it ended right there. What is this area? What is that? Is that a construction area? Did they stop at a home? I just got really confused, and I'm going to have to study this map a little more. But let's get on to the rest, okay? There is a channel that I found that was very interesting to me. But I'm going to show silvers. I'm going to show just a little bit of Mob Crew, okay, which we've seen before. But I'm also going to show silvers. Yeah, I think the map's very interesting, in my opinion. Let's see here. Searching the cemetery. This is silvers on the scene. I'm going to give him credit. He went out after Mom Boss Mayo. He saw the video on Mob Crew, and he went out and he dug, right? He dug in the area that Mom Boss Mayo was at. He says he didn't find anything, and I trust him. But he had something strange that came up beside the pond. Okay? Something kind of awkward. You saw that, Lori? Yeah. We're going to play credit to Silvers on the scene. We're going to play some of his video. And I'm going to play some of Mob's. And I'll fast forward through some of this. But I want you guys to see this.
I'm right now in the cemetery.
Please subscribe up to him too.
Sebastian's neighborhood's over here.
Hey, TJ.
And then his school's right there. You can see the stadium. And I'm going to check this mound out. I think somebody may even be out of their car over there. Stay tuned. More to come. Hendersonville, Tennessee. Say his name. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. We're out looking for him. Search continues.
Yep.
You see that mound?
Oh, there's one right here, yeah. Looks like grass grew over it a little bit. Leaves on it.
Let's see. Is there a fence here? No, I don't think there is a fence. Is there?
Yeah, there's no fence right here, but this way.
Oh, this is tough, right? No. How you doing?
How you doing? Yeah, the fighter just kind of ran me. I think
Come.
go over there.
Yeah.
I've been keeping up with the mob crew and everything.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm going to fast forward a little.
I'm recording too, so yeah.
But-
I think it's up
Yeah,
here.
give him kudos and everyone local and such that went out there.
So there's a
Do
tree
this.
right beside it. Her camera doesn't let she's that close to
They
can't believe that-
located
that fence is so close. I thought it would be
the
further back.
mound. They did come to the conclusion it was not an ant.
I like to go in one spot as deep as I can go.
But he also said that he didn't find anything there. Okay?
That dirt's changing color. See that?
So I'm going to scroll on, guys.
Mayo, Mom Boss Mayo. Thank you for everything you did coming out here. That was a great. You can see it's open. She had the fence here. Either 20 months, say 650 days east of Sebastian's high school. So field there. There's the tree line. We have a local.
I thought this was very interesting to me. Okay? Listen closely. Please go sub up to Silver's on
walking it now, and there's 4 people. Okay, and this is what I like about having, you know, it's going to take us all. Sebastian, Wayne, Drake, Rogers. It's going to take us all to find Sebastian. And here's what I mean by that. If I'm digging this hole and I think I'm done, I think there's nothing there, it's nice to have a second, third, and in this case, a 4th opinion. So we all discuss it off camera, and we believe how much has been dug, that there's nothing there. It wasn't ants, but we don't think it's anything also. And Boss Mom Mayo, thank you for finding that. Mom Boss Mayo, check her channel out.
right
My
here.
3rd time into the cemetery, but whether he walked out on his own or whatever may have happened.
Now this is a pond. I wonder who did the search in this pond. If anybody knows that's local, that knows, you know, because there's a lot of things that are coming back out, guys, that everybody said, hey, we debunked that, but then we find out, hey, well, maybe it wasn't debunked. You're fine, TJ. No big deal. No big deal. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. But look what he finds in the water. And this was a day before Sebastian's birthday, guys.
Allegedly, in all of our opinions, we don't know. Wish we did. Tomorrow he'll be 17. Say his name, Sebastian. Wayne, Drake, Rogers. But this pond is very suspicious. It's not as creepy in the daytime because it's daytime.
Hang on, I'm gonna see.
See the pond
I
really good.
found it.
So if you come back, I'm now getting closer to Sebastian's home, right where I am now. So whether he walked out on his own or whatever may have happened, allegedly, in all of our opinions, we don't know. Wish we did. Tomorrow he'll be 17. Say his name, Sebastian. Wayne, Drake, Rogers. But this pond is very suspicious. It's not as creepy in the daytime because it's daytime. But
TJ, you're so funny.
if something happened, allegedly, my opinion, let's go down this road. If something happened to Sebastian and he was accidentally hurt on his own by the hands of another, and people panicked, freaked out, didn't know what to do, could he have been brought here to be rest in peace in a cemetery, somewhere you could pay respects to him and be hidden in plain sight, if you will? I don't know. So many theories, right? So let's walk around
Here's where he finds it.
I'm not trying to create anything, but we're looking for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. His birthday is tomorrow, and I'm staring at a happy birthday balloon. Now, I can't tell how old. It's pretty worn, weathered and worn. See the tag. So it's
And it
probably
could
been here
have
a
just
while.
been, you know,
Maybe someone's loved one.
yeah, like decorating someone's loved one.
But that's odd that his birthday's tomorrow and happy birthday balloon. So I'm going to cut camera and I'll be back. Sure. Okay.
Their clubhouse, whatever.
Yeah. You know, these are freshly dirt, but see the grass that
You've done a great
this
job.
is just in the back.
Search there,
By the
guys.
bars.
And then they
Come
came
to
out.
Ward Lane, which, by the way, today Sebastian's birthday, December
tried to
7th
do a
of 2017. Happy
recreation
birthday, Sebastian.
Of the lot.
Get to
So I guess
Culver's and
he's gonna
Clark.
do a
Footage
different
from
video.
Kellen is being blocked or obscured by these homes. And even if we went further
the new
back,
homes.
these homes are blocking all the view. So we've discovered where.
Okay. So we know what we've seen on Mob Crew, right? Yeah, it is kind of wild. Kind of wild to me. Probably, Grace. I wouldn't put it past. I wouldn't put it past him. In my opinion, allegedly. Okay. I'm not going to show Mob Crew because we have showed Mob Crew a lot before, and I feel like he's probably like, why? No, I don't think he has a problem with it, but I want to show you guys, we're going to dissect something, and if this takes 2 or 3 lives to do this, then so be it. But there's certain things that stood out to me with this channel that they said things, okay? Allegedly made the phone call on a certain TJ, I'll have to talk to you. I'll have to talk to you, I'm not sure. Kiki isn't marked on the map as search. That was my point. I've already exited out, Sharon. I guess I should have showed you all that first. It was marked by SF. Now let's say alleged, because if that is the yellow on the map, okay, if he is the yellow on the map, then he, and that's his initials, because it said SF. So it could have been somebody else. Could have been Sam Frank, who knows? But, who knows? Who knows, guys? But it was searched just in one little area, Sharon. And you all can go pull that up. Just put search maps for Sebastian Rogers in Google, and it will pull them up. And the one that I had was Kotopo or something like that. And you'll be able to view it. Okay? Okay. This is very, very, very interesting to me. Yeah, Sharon. I thought it was super freak. I thought it was wild that you didn't see a whole heck of a lot of activity. I want to know 100%, was that drained? Was it actually drained? Was it searched? Was it just drone footage? What did they do? Okay, but this channel has brought up some interesting things. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, mods. I appreciate y'all. Now, get your thinking caps on, guys. Everything on my channel is alleged, in my opinion. Okay? Get your thinking caps on when we talk about this. Okay? TJ, you are a great mod. I love all my mods. Thank you. This channel is Crimeville New. I'm going to play some music because they are, I don't know who they are, actually, but it brings up some interesting things, right? We're going to get into more, guys. I've just got to take my time so that I can think straight okay? Because I feel this is really important things to think about. And if you're a searcher, researcher like I am a lot of times. See, hello, Linda Hall, come on in. Yeah, it is, Sharon. But some of the things that I found on it was very interesting. Okay, and those AI channels can get things incorrect. We all can. That's why I want to go over this and pick it. Okay, I want to pick. So get your thinking caps on and help me out on this, right? Here we go.
1008 Stanford Court, 1008 Stanford Court, Hendersonville. Caller died this morning and woke up and their 15-year-old male was not in the bed. He had white male, really blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, 120 pounds. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt and black sweatpants. Juvenile does have a form of autism. This is the first time it happened. I was going to be in the home before midnight.
Right there. Here's one thing I'm going to pick. Okay? I want you to look at the closed captioning if you guys can see it. Let me take the banner down. I've said this before that I thought it was strange. Okay, it says, was going to be in the home, and closed captioning can get things wrong too. If you got your listening ears on, listen. Was going to be in the home before midnight. If Katie and Sebastian went home after Texas Roadhouse, like they stated, right? He went in the house, they say, and I'm quoting what they've said, 15 minutes after getting home, took the garbage out, allegedly. FBI says he's caught on camera, right? And it's been cleaned up, whatever. Okay. So, why would dispatch say was going to be in the home before midnight? I thought that you told him to go to bed at 10 o'clock p.m. So why are they saying was going to be home, in the home before midnight? Okay? Listen close. Thank you, Sharon. Here we go. I may stop a lot. That's why I said this is going to take us a while to get through.
1008 Stanford Court, Hendersonville. Caller died this morning and woke up and their 15-year-old male was not in the bed. He had white male, really blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, 120 pounds. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt and black sweatpants. Juvenile does have a form of autism. This is the first time it happened. I was going to be...
Hang on. Going to be in the... Y'all see that? Right? Y'all see this? I caught it. I was like, what? He's supposed to be with you, KP. Right? Going to be in the
home before midnight.
Home before midnight. All the doors are locked at this time. There's one in the home before midnight. What does that mean? Why would they not have said juvenile was in the bed, went to bed at 10 p.m.? Can somebody answer this? Was going to be in the home before midnight. This bothers me. This statement bothers me. But she was at home studying, talking to Chris, and sleeping all at one time. KP, was you at home? Was Sebastian at home? Where was he if he was supposed to be in the home before midnight? I'm confused. I'm very, very confused. I'm playing it one more time then we're moving on. Because I want to make sure y'all don't think I'm spreading any kind of misinformation, because I'm hearing and I'm seeing what I'm seeing, right? Let's see if we can turn this closed captioning off. Let's see here. So this is the one on the Cromwell video.
Tonight, all the doors are locked at this time.
Oh, what about?
That's going down. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Juvenile does have a form of autism. This is the first time it happened. I was going to be in the home before midnight.
Hang on. What was that? Hang on. They're describing Sebastian, 5 foot, 120 pounds.
That's going down. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Juvenile does have a form of autism. This is the first time it happened.
First time it happened, whatever that means, I guess. First time he's ever went missing.
I was going to be in the home before midnight.
Last known to be in the home before midnight. Why is that relevant? Yeah. What does it mean, Michelle? I wonder. Anyways, we're going to move forward. We're going to continue. Don't want to harp on things, but we need to catch things and state our opinions, right?
Tonight, all the doors are locked at this time.
For over a year, the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers has remained an open-ended case, quiet, unresolved, suspended in uncertainty, but when examined closely, the silence surrounding it begins to fracture,
like
revealing
TJ
contradictions and previously undisclosed details.
What DJ said, guys. Okay? Got to make sure that he's home, that he was last seen in the home. But if you see the FBI flyer, and I should have brought that up, the FBI flyer, and I'm going to read it again, states, last seen on February 25th, 2024 in the area of Stafford Court. Why is it not saying last seen in the home at Stafford Court? In the home. Because if you're a mom and you tell him to go to bed and you know he's in the home, then wouldn't that be something that you need to tell FBI right away? Right? Yeah, TJ, that's what I wonder. Yeah. Very weird to me. And I think we catch things as we go and we listen over and over, you know?
That shift everything we thought we understood, a scent trail that doesn't fade naturally but collapses abruptly, as if something intervened. A drone.
So, there was also, you know, they said a scent trail that collapsed, and they said, oh, no, there's no evidence on that. Nothing going on with that pond, right?
Detecting the outline of an unidentified human-shaped figure radiating heat in a wooded area where no one was accounted for. A camera facing the crucial search zone that never...
You heard that too. The drone, and you can hear it on dispatch, right? When they were looking at the mannequin that was in the middle of the woods, for whatever weird reason that was, that the drone actually picked up heat sensor. Now, why is that? I'd like to do research on that. I don't know nothing about no mannequins, but why would a mannequin put off heat unless somebody had just placed it there? Maybe. I don't know. And it sensed the heat from the person, so the warmth was on the mannequin. Yeah, a mannequin doesn't have any body heat to find. Hey, Kathy, you're fine, honey. Come on in. If the mannequin was out in the sun, it will contain the heat just like a tree will. A tree will suck up the heat from the day and the night. It will still glow. You're right, TJ. That's right. Possibly, yeah. I'd like to ask, like, a drone person. Is that normal for it to pick that up? But anyways, it just being in the woods is very weird anyways.
Yields a single frame and a timeline that subtly bends under scrutiny, exposing gaps that were never addressed.
Hang on, I need to put my banner back up. Did my music quit? No, it's there. Okay. Okay. Good to have you, Kathy. Thank you for coming in, honey, and modding. Thank you. We're dissecting this stuff.
Nothing about this case behaves like a simple disappearance. Look closer, and the real story begins to surface.
Okay. Here's the scent at the pond that was at the construction site. So you have a pond at the construction site. You have one or two in the cemetery, right? You have one in the neighborhood, or is that the same one that's at the construction?
The first major break in Sebastian Rogers' disappearance comes from the retention pond behind Stafford Court. This location does not behave like a normal search site. The data collected there contradicts how scent, footprints, and physical movement should appear in real conditions. Instead of forming a readable sequence, the evidence collapses in a way that cannot be explained by weather, terrain, or simple wandering. K9 Max followed Sebastian's scent in a direct line from the residential area toward the construction zone.
Do you hear that? And we know about Max, right? K9 Jules, I think, has been on a panel, and I thought I heard her. Hello, YouTuber, come on in. And they said Max tracked a scent, right? Right. But TJ, if they did drone by morning hours, wouldn't have been enough sunlight yet to heat it up. Michelle, that's a good point too. Unless it held it from the whole day. Hello, Rhonda West. Come on in, honey. Let's continue playing this. Now listen. We know that the scent stopped in that pond, and allegedly he dug into it, right? And it ended.
His tracking behavior did not drift or circle. It showed a clear, uninterrupted movement, meaning something carrying Sebastian's scent traveled in that direction.
Y'all hear that? When I heard this video, I was like, what? I heard K9 Jules got hurt this morning in the hospital. Oh no. I'll have to email her. Golly, prayers for K9 Jules. She's a sweet lady. Sweet lady. Need to find out what time of day the drone went up, what time the sun came. TJ, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the drone was on the dispatch, and I'm thinking it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere between 8 and 9. Listen to this.
Next sequence of events impossible to ignore. At the muddy edge of the construction site, search teams documented footprints leading toward the retention pond.
You hear that? And they're going to tell us about what's being documented, right? Y'all, please pray for K9 Jules. She's a sweet person. I'm going to have to check with her. Definitely have to check with her.
They were spaced and shaped like someone walking barefoot. The impressions pointed to one thing: an individual approached the pond. However,
think about that, guys. I know law enforcement said it's no evidentiary value, but think about it. Okay? Think about Mob Crew's videos and Silver Search and where, right? Where they saw the lights and the activity, and mob crew did verify too that the church knows about the activity that happened the night before and the night that Sebastian went missing in that area. 100% knew about it. Law enforcement knew about it. We just didn't know about it, right? We didn't know about it. But think about this. There was footprints. There was footprints. There was a scent that ended, right?
No matching footprints led away from the pond. In wet soil, especially in this terrain, it is almost impossible for someone to leave only inbound prints. A barefoot teenager walking away would leave a continuous trail. The lack of outbound prints is one of the central contradictions of the entire investigation. If Sebastian entered the water, there should be at least minimal confirmation: disturbed mud, clothing fibers caught in brush, skin cells on the bank, floating debris, or evidence of a body entering or moving in shallow water. The search teams found none of these indicators. The pond returned no objects, no clothing, and no trace of a person being in or near the water. The slope leading into the pond remained intact, without drag marks or slips that naturally appear when someone loses balance. KD9 Max's reaction intensified the contradictions. When he reached the waterline, Max behaved as though the scent continued forward.
Y'all hear that? Hey, Mama, come on in. Y'all hear that right there? Let's see what YouTuber was saying. In my opinion, this report is not right. And as Jules says, Max was not given a scent of Sebastian. Okay, I gotcha. See, like I said, some of these AI things can give different information. That's why I've got you guys, right? Let's keep going.
He entered the water, an action consistent with following a strong trail. But the scent ended instantly. Not weakened, not gradually fading, stopped, in a way that does not follow any natural pattern of scent dissipation. Odor trails decay over time or distance. They do not disconnect at a single point without external interference. A hard scent stop like this is usually associated with 3 scenarios. The person is lifted off the ground, the person enters a vehicle, or the scent source is sealed or removed.
You hear that? Y'all hear that? Was a tracking dog picked up ground disturbance, not a scent. So there was a ground disturbance, but not a scent. Gotcha, YouTuber. There were certain things that were interesting. I wanted to hear about the mannequin. Okay? Wanted to hear about that. Let's start there. Let's push play. The mannequin in the woods.
The second major anomaly in the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers comes from an object detected during aerial surveillance. A human-shaped figure standing motionless near the wooded edge beside the retention pond. This detection did not originate from speculation or public rumor. It came directly from law enforcement drone footage during an active search operation. The incident remains one of the most unusual and difficult to classify events in the case. During the early aerial sweep, a police drone identified what appeared to be a person standing upright between trees. The figure showed a clear outline: head, shoulders, torso, and legs. The positioning was static, suggesting someone standing still rather than moving or attempting to hide. Ground teams on ATV units were directed to approach the location quickly. Based on standard procedures, they expected a lost teenager, a search volunteer, or an unauthorized individual. What they found was neither. The person was not a person. It was a mannequin, positioned upright, dressed in clothing, and placed in a way that replicated a human silhouette. This discovery produced the second critical contradiction of the case. A mannequin does not appear in a remote wooded area by accident. It must be...
My question is, who placed the mannequin? I know we've talked about construction workers. that will put it out there to deter people from stealing. I've heard that, okay? But this channel says that the construction workers were talked to by, I guess, law enforcement and such, and they said they did not place, according to this channel, that they did not place the mannequin. So who placed it and why? As a distraction for other things? Allegedly, in my opinion.
Placed there deliberately. The problem is identifying who placed it, when, and why. No construction worker, resident, or search volunteer reported putting a mannequin in that spot. The area was not known for decorative props, Halloween installations, or deterrents commonly used for wildlife control. The figure did not match any documented equipment or training material used by law enforcement. Nothing on record explains.
You've also got to think about this. It was February, right? In Tennessee. Yes, sick joke. Yep. February in Tennessee, you're not going to have a lot of birds to mess with anything. They're going to fly south for the winter, most of them, right? Almost all of them. I know this because I'm in Tennessee. I'm not in that area. But me personally, if I was LE, I would have took that as evidence and checked for DNA. Yes. Because somebody had to put it there, right? And if they did, why can't they tell us, hey, we took the mannequin as evidence, guys? I mean, this is insane.
And its presence. If it belonged to the construction site, it would be expected near tools, trailers, or staging zones, not deep in the tree line, positioned facing open space. Construction companies often use mannequins for training, fall tests, or equipment calibration, but these mannequins are typically stored in designated areas, not left standing alone in the woods. There is no standard scenario where a mannequin would logically be placed in a search path at the same time a missing person operation was underway. Drone footage added another layer. Operators stated that the figure returned a thermal signature, meaning the object emitted or reflected heat. Law enforcement has not provided an explanation for this detail. Thermal detection typically indicates a warm body, machinery, or an object heated by sunlight or internal components. A standard store mannequin does not produce heat, and wooded shade limits radiant warming. This creates a direct conflict. Why did a non-living object read as warm on a search drone designed to differentiate heat sources? The presence of this figure raises questions of staging. Placing a human-shaped object in a visible line from above suggests intentional obstruction. Search teams rely on aerial scanning for rapid assessment of large terrain.
Intentional obstruction. Think about that.
A convincing human silhouette forces responders to redirect resources, altering search patterns and slowing progress. Even a short diversion can disrupt momentum in a time-critical case. The mannequin also appeared near the same zone where the scent trail collapsed. If someone intended to disrupt search operations or mark a specific area,
it was in the area of whatever scent it was. But a person working for a construction company might as a makeshift deterrent. Yep. True. Yep. Good. I want to think outside the box, right?
Placing a human-shaped decoy in the tree line could serve as a signal. Whether the intended audience was law enforcement or someone else is unknown. An alternative interpretation is that the object served as a marker, not a decoy. People involved in concealed activities sometimes use nonverbal signals to coordinate movements or designate rendezvous zones.
Yeah, Teresa.
A mannequin positioned upright could be a fixed point in a location lacking identifiable landmarks. Its height, shape, and visibility from above make it easier to locate on aerial maps. The issue becomes determining who would need such a marker and for what purpose. Investigators have not publicly connected the mannequin to the pond, the footprints, or the scent stop. However, the proximity raises the question, were these elements independent or part of a coordinated sequence? If the scent trail truly ended at the water, And if the mannequin was positioned in a location visible to drones,
this?
the overlapping timeline suggests a pattern rather than coincidence.
Hey, Rusty
Coincidence
Pipes,
remains a
come on in,
possibility,
man.
but the probability is low. Finding a mannequin in a search zone for a missing teenager, hours after a scent trail collapses, and in a location without foot traffic, is statistically rare. If the figure was part of construction waste, it would likely be discarded on a debris pile or left near accessible terrain. The workers do not transport heavy objects uphill or deep into wooded patches without reason.
Okay, let's move
Additionally,
forward right
the
here.
clothing on the
Cameras that saw nothing.
The area surrounding the retention pond should have been the strongest source of visual evidence in the early hours of Sebastian Rogers' disappearance. Residential neighborhoods in Hendersonville rely heavily on home security cameras, doorbell systems, and motion-triggered devices. The combination of these systems normally
But,
produces
thank
a reliable
God,
digital record
We
of
do
movement,
have some footage,
especially
right?
during nighttime hours when automatic motion detection increases sensitivity. In this case, however, the cameras surrounding the search zone failed to produce the level of documentation expected. The most concerning gap involves the house
Okay,
positioned.
Let's see what YouTuber says right here. Wonder if it's possible that the mannequin had just been handled, leaving a heat residue. What I wonder. There's something to that mannequin, I believe, in my opinion. And I don't know. They need to.
Directly across from the retention pond, with a camera pointed toward the Route K9,
This is
Max
the
followed.
3 a.m. light.
Law enforcement
remember?
approached this home shortly after establishing the initial search
But remember, guys, it's a trash truck, right? Not. Sorry. Not.
perimeter. The camera, mounted in a position that faced the pond and its approach path, should have captured any person walking, running, or driving through that zone.
This is
Instead
not
of providing the
retention pond
footage,
one,
the
right?
homeowner
This is
refused to
the
open the
other
door.
one.
Officers attempted contact multiple times, but the resident
Looks
did not
like they
respond.
took my
This
proof
refusal
footage
created a significant
or what have you
obstruction. In
that he
missing
had.
person investigations, early footage holds the highest value. Delayed access increases the risk of systems, overwriting files or motion events being purged by automatic settings. The decision not to provide footage is not illegal unless accompanied by a warrant request. But in a
Y'all hear
case
that?
involving an endangered teenager,
It is not illegal to not give your camera footage unless they have a warrant. Right? But why wouldn't you want to help a missing child? I want to know about the person who had trail cams facing that grocery store that allegedly Mama Sauce was seen there. I know. Why is it, in my opinion, if you want your child found, right? And we all do, right? We all want Sebastian found. We work together, correct? So why, in my opinion, I know certain evidence can't come out, but after almost 2 years, what's it going to hurt to come out? And what happened to the mannequin? Why was it there? I mean, come on. You know? But thank God, someone is reaching out and trusting mob, and that we're getting what we're getting.
it is an unusual act. Most homeowners cooperate immediately, especially when their cameras face an area currently under active search. The refusal raises questions, whether the homeowner was absent, unwilling, fearful, or attempting to protect something unrelated to the case. Other homes surrounding the search area also reported having cameras, but none produced usable footage. Some homeowners claimed their systems were not recording that night. Others stated motion detection was turned off. A few said the devices malfunctioned. In a typical neighborhood, camera failure, footprints, and verbal testimony, visual evidence normally serves as the backbone for reconstructing timelines. The absence of it weakens the ability to confirm or challenge the authenticity of others.
Okay. So we're going to quit watching that. And I'm going to go over. You're fine, Michelle. I want to go over something. Okay. Let me find something on my phone. I meant to download this. Let's see here. Hang on. You'll hear my washer in the background. My washer's spinning right now. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Trying to find something. Statistics of missing children. I want y'all to hear this. And I'm going to give, hold please, TJ. Thank you, TJ. Hold please. Okay, let's see here. Timeline. I want to find this. Okay. The other day, we saw KP speak out. Right? Lisa King says, excuse me for coughing, could it have been inside someone's car with heat on and warm from that, just put out there before Ellie called? Possibly. Good question, Lisa King. Good question. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's do the banner for Duchess. Okay, credit to Duchess. And I want to listen to certain things that was said the other night. I'm sure you guys have heard this already. But I want to go over something. Just a couple of things. I'm trying to pause. Okay. I think I paused. Okay. Here we go. Now, my question, okay, if KB is listening, or CP, whichever, okay, the question I have for them is, Duchess is on there and she's reading the statistics of the missing children, okay? And the different, thank you for dropping that, TJ, and the different agencies that have helped find missing children. I think this was great that they raised money for the Autism Foundation, by the way. But they mentioned the U.S. Marshals, okay? We know FBI, TBI is there, allegedly, right? Working with law enforcement. So after 2 years, if the statistics are really, really good on U.S. Marshals finding kids, why can't law enforcement turn it over to the Marshals to find Sebastian? If KP or CP wants to answer that, that would be great, because that's the one question that I would have. And I'm not throwing shade at anyone. I just honestly wonder, you know, why can't the U.S. Marshals come in, right? They're bringing it up on Sebastian's birthday that the U.S. Marshals helped so many missing children, right? So, why can't Sebastian have the U.S. Marshals? What's so wrong with that? I'm going to read a statistic myself. The U.S. Marshals Services actively recovers missing children, reporting significant success through operations, recovering hundreds of children annually, with high percentages found quickly, 50 to 60% within a week of assistance. In many cases involving high-risk factors such as trafficking or abuse, showing their crucial role in national efforts to locate vulnerable youth. For instance, in FY 2000, 23, whatever that is. I think that's an operation. They assisted in locating 495 children. While broader data shows tens of thousands of missing children entries in the FBI's NCIS or NCIC database annually, highlighting the ongoing challenge. If the U.S. Marshals can help, why? Why can't Sebastian have the U.S. Marshals, guys? Please answer that for me. I don't care if it's on another channel, but please answer this. And, you know, they may not be able to, but I've never heard, from my understanding, someone has to turn it over, or a DA or something, right? And say, here, we need to find this boy, right? It doesn't make any sense. Let's play this, and I want you to listen to what Judges says about the U.S. Marshals.
Y'all make sure to hit that like and share this out. Remember, it's Sebastian's 17th birthday, and we're going to talk a little bit about why these cases are so important. Hey, my name is Duchess, and my channel is Dutch Girl Myrtle Beach. I'm from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I make missing person flyers for free, and sometimes I talk about true crime and missing person cases. In 2025, approximately 600,000 people have went missing in the United States annually.
That's great.
With over 25,000 cases still open since January of 2025.
Right here.
While most cases are resolved quickly, about 79% of children and 76% of adults are found within 24 hours. Some remain open for decades.
Now listen,
California had the most open cases.
U.S. Marshals
had the
come up
most
right here in a minute.
Cases.
I have never
The
watched
U.S. Marshal Service
right
has
here.
received over 1,120 requests for assistance in missing child cases in 2025, successfully locating or recovering about 706 children. That is about a 63% recovery rate.
So U.S. Marshals, according to her statistics, has a 63% recovery rate for missing children. Why can't Sebastian get U.S. Marshals? KP was sitting on the panel here in a little bit, you know, hearing this about U.S. Marshals, right? So why can't Sebastian get the, you know, get them? We need all the help we can get to find him, right? If it was my child, I would want anybody and everybody. I don't care who you are. But I want to skip on to right here. These are the conversation with Katie. Really, I'm not interested in. But the certain things, let's see. She gave 3 things that she said was factual in the case. Okay. One being Sebastian Rogers was last seen alive. Okay. Now, listen to this. As you saw, right, on the dispatch, it said in the area of Stafford Court, was supposed to be home, or was supposed to be in before midnight, right? Now you come to the newspaper clipping or whatever, what she got, and it says February 25th, 2024. Sebastian Rogers is last seen by his mother, Katie Proudfoot, before going to bed. Katie Proudfoot describes her son as a very smart and not a teen prone to mischief. Katie Proudfoot said she heard a thud from her son's room at 10 p.m. that night and told him to go to sleep. Okay. Why doesn't the dispatch say the same thing? I want to know that. Typically, the local police, oh, hang on. Typically, the local police or sheriff's department, after taking the initial missing persons report, will request U.S. Marshal assistance. I've heard that, YouTuber. That's why I'm not understanding why this case is different than any other, right? Okay, let's go to the second. We'll go to the second
mother,
thing that they
Katie
say is
Proudfoot,
factual.
before going to bed.
Okay,
Katie describes her son as very smart and not a teen prone to mischief.
okay. Let's
Remember,
the
Katie
second
said
one. I
she
don't
heard
want
a
to
thud
skip
from
it.
her son's room around 10 p.m. that night and told him to go to sleep. Remember, everything's fine. He was supposed to go to sleep.
Okay. Number 2.
On the
Endangered child alert issued for Sebastian Rogers. February 26th, 2024. Katie Proudfoot said she went to wake her son up only to find he was not in his bed. After searching the house, she and Chris called authorities together. Okay? I don't know where this newspaper clipping is. Don't know. But again, when you call in, first thing, think about it, guys. My child goes missing out of their bed, right? You're fine, TJ. Thank you for coming in. I'm about done, honey. You call 911, first off. You say, my child is missing out of his bed, right? Okay. Let's go to number 3. I'll be done shortly, guys.
the 26th, the endangered child alert was issued for Sebastian Rogers. Katie said she went to wake her son up only to find he was not in his bed. And after searching the house, she and Chris Proudfoot called the authorities together. Are you guys with me? Have you got your pens and your notepads? Of their details
So
in the
number
very
3.
first instance.
Police in Sumner County, Tennessee contacted Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, which issued an endangered child alert that morning. According to the alert, Rogers had been seen earlier that day in Hendersonville, Tennessee. What day? Hang on. This is confusing now. Okay. I just caught that, guys. According to the alert, Rogers had been missing earlier that day in Hendersonville, Tennessee, wearing black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and glasses. Earlier that day. Why does it not say earlier on February 25th? Right? That's kind of weird wording, and I'm sure they probably messed up there, but more than 200 searchers are sent out to search for the missing teen, including K-9 units, mounted officers, drones, and helicopters. Okay, let's fast forward. Amber Alert issued for Sebastian Rogers, February 27th. Authorities changed the alert to an Amber Alert, which indicates investigators believing an abduction could be involved and the child is in immediate danger. Therefore, we know, right, allegedly, that it's a criminal investigation if that's the case, right? Number 5, February 29th, police drained a pond. Catch this. Drained a pond near Rogers' home, but found nothing. Authorities said while they were multiple tips received from people looking through security footage, they could not confirm any sightings of the teen. You see how they worded that? Okay, you may have not seen Sebastian in that camera security footage, but did you see other people, like maybe in a cemetery? Huh? Did you see other people? Right? Are y'all catching what I'm catching in these FBI or these news things? Are y'all there? Right? Police drained a pond. Why does that not say drained all the ponds or checked all the ponds? Right? So that was the last thing I wanted to see on there. Anyways, guys, thought it was very interesting. I thought it was very interesting to go through all that again, and I really appreciate y'all. I didn't want to bore you guys. I hope I didn't, but just some things stood out to me and made me start thinking, right? I appreciate you guys for coming in tonight. I appreciate you so much. I thank you, Mod. I thank my new members. And I didn't play the member song, did I? Let's turn the media off. Let's see here. Let's play the member song. Y'all are gonna crack up. This song, did I ever get it downloaded? I don't know if I ever got it downloaded. Crap. Let's see. I don't think I did. I'm gonna have to download it. But thank you for being members. I appreciate y'all. I love you guys. You're fine, Kathy. Thank you so much. Just something to think about and study on, guys, okay? I'll talk to you later and see you tomorrow.
$500 children in Tennessee. It's a mighty long way from you and me. 500 children, they're gone every month. I ain't never seen numbers like that. What could be going on? My goodness gracious, and we working hard to get you back home. Working hard to get you